Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of season 2 of IntimaSEE. I'm your host, Austin Vangelena, and co-host Lizzie Ames.
Hi.
And today's guest is a very, very special guest. It's very dear to us, Pearlie, aka from TikTok, Hound Dog Girl. And we are here to have a intimate conversation with her to get to see her perspective and find out who she is. So we welcome you with open arms.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
So who, what, where, when, and why did you start the Hound Dog?
Okay. So I started the Hound Dog about 2 years ago after a 4-month-long depression. And like a healing process. I healed something for 4 months, and after I got out of the depression, because you got to feel it to heal it, you know what I'm saying? And after I got over that and started feeling myself again, started feeling happy, I was like, I started famous. And then I literally just created the Hound Dog for views and for attention, to be honest. I just knew it would get I just would do the randomest, craziest things to get attention and to get views because I always wanted to be famous. And so when I first started Hound Dog, it was in and out. I was just trolling on the girls in the bathroom because I was in there and I was pretending to make pooping noises, and I was like, "Ah." And then when I went out of the restaurant, I saw them outside, and I was like, let's put them in a video. And so I set up my camera to where you could see them from behind me, and I was just gonna pretend to trap for America's Got Talent, and then sing some random song, but in a funny way, to where they would kind of laugh at me and like, she ain't getting on no American Idol kind of thing. And I didn't know what song I was gonna sing. I just put the camera up and I pushed record, and then all of a sudden, but it started out like, "You ain't nothing but a hound dog, growling all the time." It started like that. And the dance just made itself. I don't even know where the dance came from. It just kind of came out of me like it was locked in there somewhere. And then I posted that, and then like everyone kept wanting me to do it again and like do it here or do it at 200%, do it at 300%, do it at 1,000,000%. So it went from "You ain't nothing but a hound dog" to "You ain't nothing but a hound dog." And then
I love it so much because let me tell you, I feel like one of the things I'm noticing about you is, when you go through a dark place, you find a time to dig into yourself and figure out what is at the core of me. Where is the joy? Where is the energy? Where is the drive in me? And I love that you reach into yourself and you pull that out. I love that.
Yeah, no, honestly, like, no, it was kind of really hard to do it at first because when I first started doing it, especially crazy like they wanted me to, it scared people. I could feel, because I'm really sensitive to people's energies, and I could feel the people around me and how uncomfortable they were. They were just like clutched up, like just kind of scared and like, oh, what's going on? Is she on
Clutching their pearl.
Yeah, for real. And then so I didn't like it at first, but I kept doing it because it was getting me the attention and the views I wanted. And but after about a few months of posting and going viral with it, and people started catching on, especially in California. Whenever I would go to like, I loved going to the malls and going to the food courts when they're really busy and it's all packed, a bunch of people sitting down for my performance. And but eventually when it got to a point like when I would do the Hound Dog, I could see a bunch of kids like smiling and secretly trying to record me and stuff, and I saw people just waiting for me to do it. And then after I do it, everyone would be like,
just thrilled,
where people enjoyed it. I actually really liked doing it a lot.
Did you ever have a passion for performing or being on stage as a child?
Ever since I was a kid, yeah.
Who inspired you, if
Adam
there were any role models?
Adam Sandler, Robin Williams, Jim Carrey.
Okay.
The great.
Yeah, yeah, the greats.
Lizzie and I were discussing something, and Lizzie brought up a good question, and she brought up something in regards to rejection therapy.
Uh-huh.
You
Oh,
know about that?
I do, and I didn't even know that that was going to help me with that, honestly. I'm really ballsy, and like I don't really care about what people think, but I really was scared of rejection my whole life. I hated when people would reject me. So at first, when people would say no, I'm like, screw you. But after a while, like I just it taught me to not take it personally, and that just it helped me think of it as like that's just not they don't want to be in a video, that's okay. Not everyone likes to be in videos and stuff like that. And I don't know, it just taught me how to not take rejection personally. And I was able to handle rejection a lot easier because I got rejected a lot at first. Now hardly anyone rejects me. They're like, Keenan, yeah, let me hold your phone. But at first I got
Uh-huh.
rejected a lot. A lot of people were like, no. One girl even called me the B word.
Oh my gosh, that's so mean.
Like, no,
That's
P.
rude.
I was like,
But you know, I
That's
think
rude.
what's something about you, you have this really vibrant energy and you're wearing a lot of really bright colors all the time. And I love that about you. You just have this really bright energy. Like, where does that come? Where and you have the most unique outfits as well. And that's another thing I love about you. Like, it's almost kind of like I feel like if I could describe it, it's like very 90s nostalgia, exciting, eclectic. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
like my style
Yeah,
or
what
like
inspires your
Yes.
style and like your energy and everything that's about you, like your whole energy field.
so I mean, like ever since I was a kid, like I always felt I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like I was mad depressed as a kid, but I always had a natural ability of being funny and happy and like, I don't know why, but I was just always like had this natural like I don't know liked to me that a lot of people don't have, I don't think, because a lot of people were like, "How are you always happy all the time?" They always like thought I was on drugs or something like that. And I'm like, I'm just high off life. And but I do feel like it does play a role in my outfits because like, you know, I'm very I'm very vibrant. So of course my clothes are gonna kind of show that, you know what I'm saying? Because like when I see bright or I see sparkles, I'm just like, I want it. I'm like, give it to me. So like just anything that like just kind of demands attention. Maybe that's because I like to
Yeah.
demand it. I just want to put it on my body because it just looks
So
fun.
what I'm hearing is that you feel now that I deserve good things. I
Oh,
deserve to experience life to its fullest. I'm not harming anybody. I'm not harming myself. I deserve to be famous. I deserve to feel good. And I bring smiles to people's faces. And I'm an inspiration to many other people to be confident, to not be afraid of rejection. That's what I'm hearing. And do you agree with that?
yeah. I definitely fought with that a lot. Feeling deserving of good things because, like I said, I had a lot of depression growing up because I had a lot of childhood trauma, and I allowed that childhood trauma to define my worth for the first 30 years of my life. But these last 4 years of my life, I've been really trying to work on myself and heal my past traumas and learn to love and accept myself. And I actually, I suffered from self, what's it called? Oh, my words escaped me. When you like self-sabotage, thank you. Self-sabotage.
Yeah,
Um
it's yeah.
yeah, I suffered from that for a long time. I could never accept good things that I thought were too good for me. I would self-sabotage it away. Like I got invited to the ACM awards and they like invited me as like kind of VIP kind of thing. They like got my room and they like had people to help me around and they had I had access to everything, and like then they wanted me to walk the red carpet and stuff, and I was like,
Wow.
those actually felt like kind of like I made it, and it like kind of helped me see where I got myself, and um when I had the lady that was helping me record the video of me on the red carpet because I wanted to be able to post it and thank people for helping me experience things I've always dreamed of experiencing. And when I saw the video of me on the red carpet with people with my name up there and them taking my pictures, I was like, holy shit, I look famous. I was like, when I saw that and I started like kind of like waking up from my delusion of, I would always tell people would always walk up to me, hey, that famous girl from TikTok. I'm like, I'm not famous. And um, even though I'd have like hundreds of people coming up to me for pictures a day, like I was like, I'm not famous. What the heck? But that kind of like made it kind of hit me that I was like pretty internet famous. No, I don't consider myself like famous, but like internet, I'm pretty well known on the internet. So it kind of just made me realize where I was at in my career or whatever. And it hit me and I was like, I don't deserve this. Like, I felt my inner child like get all like triggered, and she's like, "Oh, this is too much. We can't accept this." And so like I started self-sabotaging, and like I hadn't drank in 2 years, in almost two, and like a year and a half, and I was going to go out drinking, and I was going to go out doing a lot of things that I'd been keeping myself from. Like I've been staying celibate for about 2.5 years. It's been about 2.5 years, and I was gonna go sleep with someone, I was gonna go drink, and I was gonna go smoke weed, and I was just gonna go do all the things that I had kept myself from doing. And like after my second drink, someone stole my phone, and on the Uber home, I lost my wallet in the Uber. And then the next day when I tried to go to replace my like driver's license and debit card, my car wouldn't start. So God was like, no, not self-sabotaging yourself. He kind of like just like gave me the time to like take a breather and realize what I was doing, because I didn't really realize that I was self-sabotaging.
Right.
So then
Right.
once I had the moment to like kind of collect myself and like realize what I was doing, I started like doing a lot of positive affirmations and building myself up. Like I'd go to the gym and I'd be like, I'm high value, I'm worthy, and just like doing all these things. And like I would notice I really needed to hear something specific whenever it would whenever it would, I would react emotionally to telling myself that certain thing. But yeah, I just kept having to do that. Like I'd like achieve something that I wasn't ready to accept for myself, and then like have to like chill out and then like build myself up to where I was ready to accept that for myself. And I'd have to like work up my self-esteem in like kind of increments kind of thing, to where now I really do feel like I am worthy. I really do feel like it. I feel like, yeah, I've done a lot of things, but I really have been trying so hard to like change my lifestyle, and like I don't know, I just feel like I definitely am in a place where I feel like I'm worthy of all my dreams to come true, the things that I've dreamed of my whole life.
What are you most passionate about in your life?
In my life,
Yes.
so the first thing that comes in my head is self-love. That's one thing I want to be a big influence of, but I know people don't want to see me for that right now. They're not, I don't know if I don't know how to approach it, or I don't know, it just doesn't seem very accepting from people, maybe because I don't know, because like I've been I've been looked at as like someone with like mental illness because of all my crazy videos or something, or what. And honestly, when I first blew up, I was very mentally ill. But I don't know, like self-love is something that's like super important to me, and like also like helping others. I want to eventually get into a place where I can help others. I already am trying to do all the things that I can do already, but I want to be able to help in all the areas, you know what I'm saying? Financially, physically. I want to be like you ever seen The Blind Side?
Yes.
I love
Dude,
that movie.
I want to be like her and just like take kids in and like give them a place and like, you know, help them like set them up for success, you know what I'm saying? Like she like
I see that. So I see what you're saying. So you're like at a cognitive dissonance. It's like I want to help others, one part of me, but the other part of me knows I should be helping myself because then I can help others because I'm helping myself.
yeah.
Right?
So I can't even help others the way I want to because like financially I can hardly even help myself right now. I'm trying to like learn how to like not be able to like make money off the internet without having to have a manager right now. I just like I don't
Yes.
know. Managers like I don't know, they scare me.
They're you have to go through a lot of bad ones
Yeah. So like
first, and then you realize there's good ones. Or just stay away from the bad ones in general, and then you won't get screwed over.
Just avoid
Or you have to
all.
babysit them all day.
yeah, I'm like maybe I'm in a spot where I could actually pick a good one because I can see right through people to be honest right now. I feel
Wow.
I'm good at seeing right through people because I am like I don't know, something happened when I was healing my emotions. I can literally physically feel people's emotions. If you're experiencing fear really strong, I'll feel fear. And like if you're experiencing excitement and happiness, I'll feel it. If you're experiencing jealousy, I'll feel it. Like I'm just like really like sensitive to people's emotions, and when people's
Oh.
intentions aren't good around me, my soul like kind of like curls up and like wants to hide in a
Ah,
cocoon.
yes. I was gonna ask you, what are your emotions like at that moment as you're feeling someone else's? Like, are you absorbing and becoming their emotions, or where are your own emotions at that moment? Like, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling happy, chilling, and then I'm out in the public, say I'm you, and then someone is like angry, and I'm feeling that anger, right? But I knew before I got to that situation, I was feeling good and happy, chilling. But now I'm absorbing that person's anger. So how are you digesting that and
It
filtering that?
affects me. That's why I protect my energies a lot. So I don't
Mm,
be around people who are negatively affecting my energies. Like I'll politely like leave, you know, in a way that I try not to offend them. I'm not gonna be like, yo, like your energies are off. I'm bouncing. I'm more like, hey, I forgot I was supposed to watch someone's dog, or just I just try to like, you know, I just like to protect myself. I don't like to be around them because after if you're around them for too long, eventually it does like if it's just a couple minutes or a couple seconds, it's not going to really affect me, but like it will like physically start affecting me if I'm around them too much. So I've just learned to trust those feelings and like protect myself from being around people who affect
mm.
my like that, you know.
So what's
But
next for you in your career? Or what's your next goal? Are you just feeling it out and waiting for some inspiration?
I want to be on a movie, you know.
You're gonna be on a movie? Okay.
I love that. Please, I want you to see what kind of movie would you want to be in, first of all? Because I
Oh,
believe when you talk about it, it you manifest it.
yeah. I definitely like want to like start with comedy. I I would like to be in a romance too. Um, Probably not a thriller. I don't know. I don't really like scary
I
movies.
see you in rom-com,
Rom com
romantic comedy.
would be really cute, honestly. That would be really fun. But also, like, I would like to be in some touchy feely ones too, because I'm a really touchy feely person, and I'm really deep.
I
A lot of
could see
people,
you being serious movies, like serious, like
yeah,
shit's going on,
yeah,
domestic violence is going on. I could see you play almost that kind of role too.
yeah.
Yeah, you're coming out with a sauce, like a frying pan, and you're like, just found out your husband's cheating, and there's some
I'm
hot oil in that
coming.
pan, and you just throw it.
You know, I one thing I like about you, and this is something I love about you, that every single one of your videos, you go up to people, the most random people, and you're like, here, can you take a TikTok for me, or can you film this for me? And they'll do it. And that takes so much guts, so much like moxie to do that.
Yeah.
And I mean, I get embarrassed even to be like, hi, can I get past you like in the grocery store? So I mean, I just love that you're able to connect with so many people and get people to open up.
When I
That's
first
so
started.
unique.
when I first started doing those hold my phone videos, I always wanted to do public videos, but I was always kind of like too insecure and scared to do it because I thought people were gonna think I'm stupid, you know, or I cared too much about what people thought for a long time. But I saw someone post a video where she like went into a grocery store and she asked someone to hold their phone for TikTok. I didn't start the trend. I saw someone else do it. And and she didn't even start it either. But anyways, I saw her like ask some old man to hold her phone for a TikTok, and she just did something really cringy and weird. And I was like, bro, that is genius. Because first of all, I never had friends who wanted to do videos like me. They're all like camera shy and like no one was on my level kind of thing. No one wanted what I wanted. I never had friends who was down for what I was down for. And I was like, this will solve my problem. Now I don't need to hire a cameraman because can't afford it. And then I don't have to have friends. I can just go ask random strangers to do it. And you know, at first I had to be stoned to do it.
You had to prime yourself a little bit. You had to get ready.
I had to pop a gummy first. And but after a few months of doing it, I like didn't need to anymore. And I got to a point where like I didn't need alcohol and weed anymore. So like since Hound Dog, I've been like all those were sober.
Mm-hmm.
100%, you know. But a lot of the first ones that like aren't even on the internet anymore, like a lot of them I was like stoned, honestly. And yeah.
I just like, what's your experience like dealing with other influencers? Have you ran into them?
I haven't really like had a lot of experience with other influencers, to be honest. I have collabed with like a few, but I don't know. I wasn't really a social climber, so like I didn't really like, and I just like I caught on to a lot of people don't actually care about you. They just want to use you when you're going viral so that they can stay in the spotlight too. You know what I mean?
They want to
Kinda
maintain their fame.
use your spotlight. So when you're blowing up, they'll like touch on you like a leech and like, yo, let's make a video. But then once you stop going viral and you kind of your account chills, they'll like act like you don't even exist. They won't even respond to your messages. I'm like, bro, I'm not trying to like use you to like blow up. Like I'm trying to like make genuine connection and friendships, like where we both have the same goals and we want to like help each other achieve it. But like I haven't been able to find that in like many people. So like I haven't met very many though. But I'm really fast learner. I catch on really quick. I don't know. I'm really like emotionally aware.
I think that there's something really unique about you, and it's that a lot of people are afraid to embrace the part of themselves that like digs into the fear and uses it to release. You know, I feel like that's part of the healing journey that you've been on, is you had to dig into a place and you found joy. It's what a lot of the great comedians that you talked about, that's what they did. You know, they dug into their trauma, they dug into their hurt, they dug into the things that they were afraid of. And that's ultimately where they were able to pull their comedy from, their humor from. And like, look at the legacy that they left, you know, so much, you know, passion and humor and joy, you know, for generations, not even just, you know, for a skit or a show or a movie, but, you know, they made impacts on everyone's lives, you know. I think that this is part of your legacy as well. I feel that for you. Do you see yourself, you know, not just on the screen, but what else? Where else do you want to be? What else do you want in your personal life? Where do you look like you're going in the next 5 years, 10 years?
I mean, like, so like being in the movies, honestly, is just like a bucket list kind of thing. Like I would like to be in movies, but it's not the most important thing. Like I do want to be well known, but it's because I want a lot of eyes on me because I want to be influential. And I want that to be about like spreading kindness and being kind to others and like bringing us all together, you know, all races, all ethnicities, like all religions. Like I want just everyone to like to come back to one. I feel like the internet right now is like making everyone like so like together and like everyone's separated. Like I just feel like I don't know, we're going in a bad direction. So like if I could like be known for anything, it would be like um being influential for like being kind to others and um being like just loving everyone because that's really deep down who I am is like I'm a lover. I love love. That's why I'm always wearing hearts. That's why I'm always like repping the hearts because they just
It's
remind me of love and I just love
love.
love. I love freaking people so much. And a lot of people don't understand that. Because like, they just see the comedy because it's so loud, which I understand. And I haven't really showed that side of myself, but like if my legacy was anything, it would be teaching others to like first love themselves because the more you love yourself, the more capable you are of loving others. And then just loving others and like being kind and thoughtful and considerate, just like I don't know, just being a good example of being kind to one another.
I have a question. When you were blowing up and you blew up in fame and everything, what did your neighbors say? Because when you were going home or wherever, and say you're just like checking your mail or whatever, like what did your neighbors say? Did they come up to you and be like, "Oh my God, I'm living like that's what all that noise is from next door or something like, the hound dog thing?" Like, did they say anything to you about it?
When I was blowing up, I was living with someone who's a very anxious person and couldn't have a lot of noise. Had to be very quiet at home, so I wouldn't be making noise at home. But I remember one day I was leaving to go make videos, and I didn't have a car at that time, so I was just walking everywhere. And someone had posted a video of me walking out of my neighborhood, and that was my neighbor, and it was her son, like saying, "Oh my gosh, it's the Hound Dog Girl," and like, so I went and met her, and she literally lived right next door to me, and I went and met her and her son. He was so cute. He was just like quoting all my videos to me and stuff. It was the cutest thing ever because I love kids and like I most of the people that like approach me is like teenagers and like high school kids, but he was like 7 or 8 and it was like the cutest little wholesome thing. I was like chilling with his mom and him and their apartment and then we went to Starbucks and got a drink and stuff. It was fun.
So Gen Zers are definitely your majority of your fans is what I'm understanding, correct?
Yeah.
Because like they did a study and they say that Gen Zers are bringing back 90s nostalgia, which is what Lizzie first brought up. And you noticed that with the Rugrats and Barbie and stuff. So that is a really big trend right now with Gen Zers is 90s nostalgia.
You know,
And
I'm
did
all
you probably didn't even know that. You were just doing it because you just wanted to wear it, you know?
yeah.
But you fell right into it.
Yeah, because I'm really don't follow trends. Like if
Right.
you page, I never do the trends. I'm not a follower. I don't like just following whatever other people are doing. I just like doing who I am and what I want to do and just like what makes me happy. I've always kind of been like that. So like everything I do is just like authentically who I am, you know? I don't
What's the biggest misconception your fans have of you?
of me.
Yeah. If there is any, maybe there's not any misconceptions, but if there are any, would you like to address them?
Mm. Well, I know a lot of people because I recently like posted about my faith a lot more recently, and a lot of people didn't know that I was religious at all, and I've been religious my whole life, and I've like really had a strong relationship with my heavenly Father like my whole life, but I never really posted about it because like it's really hard to post about religious stuff because you get a lot of hate for it. But recently I didn't care anymore, so I started posting about it, but yeah, and a lot of
That's
them
okay
are
if you post about religion. You should be able to post about religion and it doesn't mean anything. That's something between you and God, and that's it. I mean, people loved you for you, and you've always been religious, and now you're just like, saying, I want to post about it. along with my content, and that doesn't mean anything. That's just who you are, you
Well,
know?
like, he's a big part of like who I am, to be honest, and like a big part of my success because my most viral video, he told me specifically who to ask to hold my to be in my video. Like he helped me set it up and to be there at that specific time. Like I have a very close relationship with my Heavenly Father, and like he like has been leading my path for the last 4 years, and so like everything that I've done is a lot of it, like most, like it's because of like God. So like I don't know, like
That's okay.
So you
yeah,
have
Well,
a
we
divine
support
guidance.
that.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm very, very guided.
I support that for you. We support that for you, and we are not judging you for that at all. In fact, we embrace you because if that's prospering your life, that's making you a better person, and you are going on the right path. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You love
100%.
Jesus. We love Jesus for you.
People just have a hard time like not realizing that like my beliefs are just my beliefs. Like I'm not trying to force it onto you, or I feel like a lot of them think like I'm trying to preach to them when I was just literally just trying to share like who I am, because it is who I am.
That's who you are, and we love you for your individuality, and and we're here for it.
There's I think a great deal of courage in you and faith in you. And as you mentioned earlier, like Austin and I, it's funny, we've been talking to a lot of people, and the one thing that we've been finding a lot of is people that they're pushing the boundaries with themselves. And a lot of them are talking about their divine guidance, feeling more inclined to share their connection with the higher power. And that is something that I think a lot of people are afraid to talk about because it's not necessarily that taboo, but it's something that, for so many people in our society, they don't have a relationship with a higher power. They're, agnostic or atheist, and they either deny it or they don't, they're not on board with it. And that's okay. Everyone has a different path. And, but one of the things that we love seeing is, when people are able to share that, because there are so many other people in the world and so many different perspectives. And it's okay to have a different perspective or have a different viewpoint, just so long as we can open up and explore it. We don't have judgment. That's one of the best things that I found in doing this podcast is getting to meet wonderful people like you who are not afraid to share that. So thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah, no problem. I feel like
Thank you.
social anxiety plays a lot with like people being afraid to like kind of stand up for what they believe in, like also like be who they are. I feel like social anxiety is like a a disease nowadays, you know what I mean? Like I feel like everyone has it. It's like running rampant, and like I feel like so many people just care so much about what other people are thinking. And if I could do anything, it would be like killing social anxiety. You know what I'm saying? Because there's like you said, there's like so many different people with different like beliefs and different like perspectives. And that's what makes life beautiful is our differences. And I wish people were more confident to show their differences and not just fitting in with the norm. Because
Yeah, yes.
I want to see everyone in their weirdness.
Yes, but I also
Right.
want to see
Yeah.
other people appreciate each other's differences.
Yeah.
We can recognize and appreciate each other's differences. I think that will make it more comfortable and better for us all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like when people put their weird flag up. It lets me know I'm like, oh, this is a safe person. Like,
Yeah.
they cool.
Like, flag.
It is weird for me because, in a good way, because so many times there's like the societal expectation of how you have to be or how you have to dress or how you have to act, in different situations. I don't know if it's like a corporatized ideology or if it's just, there is, I think, some alt or evangelical Judeo-Christian ideology that comes along with that, which is fine. But when you have that, to such a level that it infringes on who you are inherently, your creativity and your, your personhood, your agency, I think that that's something that it can be scary for people. I think that's where some of that anxiety comes from. those limiting
Mhm.
beliefs. You know, that standard, you have to fit in that box. And like, I think that you broke down the wall of that box, girl.
It's just cancel culture too, you know, people are afraid to like have a different opinion because they don't know what they can and cannot say nowadays, you know what I'm saying? Everything is so like filtered and yes, it's really good to like be careful and like aware of other people's feelings, but like I don't know, I feel like it's just become too extreme nowadays where like people are afraid to like say anything, like even their own beliefs, because it might offend someone. You know, I don't think that's right. I feel like everyone should be able to say their beliefs like freely, like you know, and that we should all be emotionally stable enough to handle someone else's difference of beliefs. But
Yeah. Yeah.
that um, uh, kind of a perfect world, you know, but we don't
Yeah.
live in a that
And
would
it's
I
okay.
agree.
It's
That's
okay
okay.
to live in a perfect world because we wouldn't have wonderful people like you.
Yes, we
There's that.
appreciate your time. We
Thank you
really
so
do.
much, Pearl.
no problem. It's my pleasure.
Is there any other information that you think people should know about you? Where can they find you? Where if you're starting any projects, any businesses you want to rep, handles?
Not really. I just barely got back on the internet, just trying to like get a feel for it again. But you know, all my handles is just PearlieSparklez, Pearlie with the IE, Sparkles with the EZ. Or you could just Google me Pro Cool, you'll find it there. But I would just say like, um, let's just all love each other.
Can you give us a hound dog to end?
Yeah. You,
Yes.
you want to add 100%?
1000%.
1,000. We need 1,000, girl.
Only for you.
Oh,
Okay, I gotta, for 1,000, I gotta really charge it up, though. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, just like, yeah, yeah!
I love it.
I love it. I love it so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Pearl, that was awesome. That was so sick. I
That was
loved it.
awesome.
No
Well,
problem.
we are her first podcast, and you guys we got her first on IntimaSEE, SCE.
Go
So
follow
thank you,
PearlieSparklez on TikTok, Instagram, and check her
Pearlie
out. You're gonna love her.
Sparkles. Yes.